Ever wondered how the United States and Iran, countries that once shared a century-long friendship, ended up in a state of hostility and conflict? Today, we're on a mission to unravel this complex tapestry of relationships. We'll be tracing the path from early bonds of friendship to the recent regional war, all the while highlighting key turning points and significant events. Our goal? To shed light on this intricate narrative and help you understand the evolution of Iran-US relations. So, buckle up as we delve into the history and present of Iran-US relations. The hostility between Iran and the United States was preceded by a century-long friendship. Yes, you heard it right. There was a time when Iran and the United States were not at odds, but instead shared a bond of friendship. In the pages of history, we find that during the 19th and early 20th centuries, American missionaries and government technocrats played a significant role in Iran. These individuals were instrumental in establishing institutions like schools and hospitals, enhancing Iran's infrastructure and educational system. They brought with them the principles of democracy, compassion, and a thirst for knowledge, which resonated with the Iranian people. This period was marked by collaboration and mutual respect. The United States, unlike imperial powers like Russia and Great Britain, was not seen as an exploiter, but as a friend. It's interesting to note that despite some negative incidents, such as the murder of an American consul in 1924, the United States was generally viewed more positively in Iran compared to other foreign powers. Americans were welcomed in Iran, their contributions appreciated, and their culture admired. This was a time when the seeds of friendship were sown. A time when the United States was seen as a beacon of hope and progress in Iran. But as we all know, friendships can sometimes be tested, and even the strongest bonds can fracture. The narrative of this century-long friendship took a drastic turn in the mid-20th century. A turn that would forever change the dynamics between the United States and Iran. The story of Iran and the United States is a tale of two nations that once shared mutual respect and cooperation, but due to political upheavals and a series of unfortunate events, found themselves on opposite sides of the spectrum. However, this friendship was not destined to last. As we delve deeper into this story, we will discover how a friendship that once blossomed became a forgotten chapter in the annals of history. The year 1953 marked a significant turning point in Iran-US relations. In the wake of the Second World War, the world was still grappling with the power dynamics and emerging geopolitical alliances. Amidst this global backdrop, Iran and the United States found themselves at a critical juncture. The central figure in this dramatic turn of events was Iran's Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. A staunch nationalist, Mossadegh had gained popularity for his efforts to nationalize Iran's oil industry, which had been under British control. However, this move didn't sit well with the Western powers, especially the United Kingdom. The CIA, in a covert operation codenamed Operation Ajax, orchestrated a coup against Mossad. The operation was led by Kermit Roosevelt Jr., a senior CIA officer and a grandson of President Theodore Roosevelt. The coup saw the ousting of Mossad and the reinstatement of the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, a more Western-friendly ruler. This event marked a significant shift in the narrative between Iran and the United States. Up until this point, the United States had been viewed more positively in Iran, especially in comparison to other foreign powers that had exploited Iran for its resources. However, the 1953 coup changed everything. The trust that Iran had placed in the United States was shattered. the United States, which had previously been seen as a friend and ally, was now viewed with suspicion and hostility. The coup was perceived as a betrayal by the Iranians, a clear indication of the United States' imperialistic ambitions. The fallout from the coup was profound and far-reaching. It not only damaged Iran-US relations, but also set the stage for the Islamic Revolution of 1979, which saw the overthrow of the Shah and the establishment of an Islamic Republic. So, the 1953 coup wasn't just a pivotal event in Iran-US relations. It was a turning point in Iran's history and had repercussions that are still felt today. With this event, the seeds of hostility were sown. The new millennium brought with it new levels of tension and conflict. As the world geared up for a new era, the specter of nuclear power began to loom larger over Iran and the United States' strained relationship. Iran's nuclear program was born out of both a desire for energy self-sufficiency and, as many argue, a bid for regional dominance. The United States, on the other hand, was deeply concerned about the potential nuclear proliferation and its implications for global security. The international community responded to Iran's nuclear initiatives with an array of sanctions aimed at halting the program. These sanctions were not only economic but also scientific, hindering Iran's ability to acquire the necessary knowledge and resources to further their nuclear ambitions. Despite this, Iran continued to advance its nuclear program, leading to escalating tensions and a deepening sense of crisis. In an attempt to resolve these tensions, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, was agreed upon in 2015. This deal, struck between Iran and 6 world powers, promised the lifting of sanctions in exchange for Iran limiting its nuclear activities. However, the agreement was short-lived. The Trump administration, critical of the JCPOA, decided to withdraw from the deal in 2018 and instead embarked on a maximum pressure strategy. This strategy sought to cripple Iran's economy and force them to negotiate a new deal, one that would address not only the nuclear issue, but also Iran's missile program and its regional activities. The maximum pressure strategy manifested in a myriad of ways, from stringent economic sanctions to the designation of Iran's Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization. However, this approach led to a heightening of tensions rather than a resolution. Iran responded by reducing its compliance with the JCPOA, and relations between the two nations deteriorated further. The maximum pressure strategy, while aiming to bring Iran back to the negotiating table, instead pushed the two nations closer to the brink of conflict. The stage was set for a military confrontation. In February 2024, a large-scale strike altered the dynamics of the Iran-US relations forever. This was not a simple skirmish. It was a large-scale strike launched by the United States and Israel against Iran, a move that resulted in the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Iran, however, did not take this lying down. It retaliated with a force that targeted U.S. military facilities, Israel, and even the infrastructure of Gulf states. The situation quickly escalated, turning into a regional war that had far-reaching effects on the rest of the world. Two areas that were particularly affected were global energy supplies and humanitarian aid. Iran is a significant player in the global energy market, and the conflict disrupted the steady flow of oil, causing prices to skyrocket and putting a strain on economies worldwide. The war also had a devastating impact on humanitarian aid. With the region in chaos, delivering much-needed aid to affected areas became increasingly difficult, leaving millions in desperate need of help. But the conflict wasn't just about the here and now. It was also a reflection of a fraught history marked by Iran's nuclear program, sanctions, and regional proxy activities through groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. The Trump administration's maximum pressure strategy and its withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action only heightened these tensions, leading to a series of military confrontations and escalations. The conflict also saw clashes between Israel and Iran-backed proxies. This added another layer of complexity to the regional dynamics, further stoking the flames of conflict. And while the world watched, hoping for a resolution, the reality seemed far more complex. The conflict continues to shape the regional dynamics, and as we continue to grapple with this reality, we can only hope for a peaceful resolution that brings stability to the region and the world at large. The Iran-US relationship has been a roller coaster ride of friendship, hostility, and war. We started with a little-remembered century-long friendship, where America had a significant role in establishing institutions in Iran during the 19th and early 20th centuries. This camaraderie took a sharp turn in 1953 when the CIA orchestrated a coup against Iran's prime minister, sparking decades of hostility. The relationship further soured with Iran's nuclear program and America's maximum pressure strategy. The Trump administration's withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action in 2015 heightened tensions, culminating in large-scale strikes and a regional war in 2024. This conflict, involving the United States, Iran, and Israel, has complicated regional dynamics and escalated to a point where it impacts global energy supplies and humanitarian aid. As we stand today, the future of Iran-US relations remains uncertain, with potential impacts reverberating globally.